What's up, Nonstop Nation? Today we are going through the 10 travel essentials I cannot leave my home without. Being in Europe, being in North America, being even in some parts of Asia right now, it will soon be relatively, well, relative to the spring, relatively easy to start traveling again. And then we need to make sure we're as well prepared as possible to travel during this time and just in general. So I thought, what a perfect moment when we're not traveling as much to stack up on all the travel essentials that we need or that we haven't had before to make traveling easier in the future, because we all miss it so much, right? And something else that's super exciting is that this weekend, so this will be up toward the end of this week, but this weekend I'm taking my mom on another surprise trip. You might remember that last year in, I guess the video was probably published in March, I took my mom on a surprise trip to Thailand. The videos, you guys really loved the video of me surprising my mom with Q Suite. So now it's time to surprise her with something new this time, and it's gonna be so insane, so much fun. So now starting with the thing that I really always have every single time I go somewhere, which is my incredible Wandered Provoke backpack. As you can see, the screen is struggling a bit to fit it in, so I'm just gonna insert some of their footage of the backpack to show you just how amazing it is for travel. It has so many good and convenient compartments, like a cash and passport pocket, a camera pocket, so you just grab around the corner, get your camera without having to take your backpack off or open the whole thing up. It's super expandable, so you can fill it to the brim. Like what happens to me if I'm taking a 4-flight trip, for example, where it was all business class. Obviously, I'm not getting my checked bag during that time, so then I just pile in the slippers and amenity kits and everything on top of the bag until it went from this to this full, and everything would fit just on my back, which is so awesome. So for me, a travel backpack is just the easiest way, and I really haven't found anything better than my Wandered Provoke. I used to have another travel backpack and it had like several compartments, which is good, but for me, I'd much rather have dedicated places where, for example, I can just reach around and get my camera without having to take it off. Just mwah. So good. My next travel essential that I cannot live without, I can't even go anywhere in Sweden without this card, like I can't leave the house without this, is my Curve card. I don't know if this is available in the US. I think it might be available soon, but this is not a credit card. This is an all-in-one card. So you link all your other credit cards, well, not American Express, but your Visa and MasterCards, to this one card, and then you just go on the app. You can switch which card you use for different purposes, but it's all through one, which makes life so much easier. At the end of the day, I can go back and use their go back in time feature, which lets me just change which credit card I want to assign each transaction to maximize my rewards. If you want to get a Curve, you'll get £10 for free. The card is free. You'll get £10 for free to spend in Curve cash. So it's a pretty awesome deal for this lifesaver. The next item is something I haven't had a chance to travel with so much in the past, but I already know this will be something I will not be able to travel without in the future. And this is the trip clip. Basically what it is, let me open up this bag, is a clip where you can attach an iPad or an iPhone, or well, any type of phone, to anywhere. There's different connections here, and you can basically attach it to an airplane seat, to a bus seat, to a suitcase, anything you want when you're waiting. If you're flying a low-cost airline, you just put this up. There's a magnet here, so you connect it to your phone, and your phone will just be right in front of you. Who needs in-flight entertainment when you have your own downloaded entertainment from this? It just will make life so much easier. Instead of having to hold the phone, put it on the dirty tray table now, for example, all those types of things, just connect it where you have the best view. There's so many uses, like in a car, anything. So I'm super excited for my future of entertained travel with my trip clip. This is another essential for me. Essential number 4 is an item that you guys have seen several times in the past in my reviews, and it is a USB fan. Specifically, I think this one from the company is Arctic Breeze, I think, or maybe Arctic, and the fan is called Arctic Breeze USB fan. As you see here, there's just a USB at the bottom. Okay, somewhere here I have a USB-C adapter, so I can plug it into my newer MacBook with USB-C, and basically it works in a portable charger, it works in anything, And it has been such a lifesaver. Like, I thought, well, okay, I'll use this on planes to cool down when you can't regulate the temperature, stuff like that. But it has truly been the biggest lifesaver when we traveled to somewhere that maybe has AC, but the AC isn't great. The AC doesn't spread so well. When we've traveled somewhere with only fans that doesn't have AC, or when we've traveled somewhere we expect it to be cold, but it was actually really hot for some reason when we were there. I'll just plug this into my computer, put it right next to the bed, and you would be surprised. Like, it's a tiny fan, but it gives so much airflow. It's honestly incredible. It's like $12 on Amazon. I have 4 of these. I can't tell you how much I love them. And I also emailed them asking them to make a USB-C version, so I'm a fan. The next thing, the 5th item I cannot travel without, is a Kindle. Mainly because who wants to travel with books nowadays? Especially if you're traveling for a longer period, like a month. You might end up reading a lot of books, and schlepping all that weight with you is not only heavy and it's going to take up your luggage allowance, but it's also just not very environmentally friendly to check in that luggage over and over again and just keep adding weight. Instead, you have access to all the books in the world through one light little device. It has so many other amazing features that you can't do with a book. It's waterproof, or water resistant. I read it in like pools and stuff. It has, you can annotate very easily, and you can get any book pretty much instantly. So a Kindle is really a must-have for me. I'm leaving the link to all these products below. Some of them will be affiliate links, some won't. No pressure to buy, just sharing my top tips. So item number 6 that I cannot travel without is my drone, my DJI Mavic Pro 2. Since getting this in February, I have had so much fun with it. Whenever I go abroad, this really helps us get the most epic pictures and scenes. Even if you don't make videos, just getting really unique and cool angles of family events, of your kids in the pool, anything. A drone is expensive, but it's just such a cool, unique new piece of technology that really changes the way that we can capture moments. And I don't know, I love it. I have so much fun with it, and I'm definitely going to use this on my upcoming trip with my mom as well. My 7th travel essential is, what is this? Cash. Sweden is pretty much a cashless society nowadays, which means that we're very delusional when it comes to how the rest of the world uses cash. But even the US, for example, is really going more and more card-based, meaning that we don't really think to carry cash that often. But I always try to carry at least a couple of $100 US or euros just in case. And many times this has come in handy in immigration, for example. Sometimes they only accept US dollars, there won't be any ATMs, and you need to pay an immigration fee. So then I'm very happy to always have a bit of cash with me, just so that I'm protected in case anything happens. And if your card isn't working for some reason, although when you have 15 credit cards that doesn't really happen, cash can just be a lifesaver. So I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Just always have some cash. Next up, my 8th essential, which is health insurance. Of course, it's especially important right now. You need a good health insurance that will protect against COVID-19 as well, because many health insurances for travel actually exclude that, especially when governments aren't advising to travel during COVID-19. But there are some insurances that will help you. And one that I've actually been using for the past, I guess, a year and a half now is called Safety Wing. There are many others, you can compare them if you want, but Safety Wing is pretty much a global insurance. Anyone from any country can get it. You can travel where you want with it. There's a little add-on for the US, but all other countries are included pretty much. And you get COVID-19 protection. So if you need to get tested because you're very sick, if you need, well, I'm not sure if quarantine is included, but you can read about it below. Just make sure you are protected with some type of insurance. And Safety Wing is an easy one, since I can recommend it to you because it's available to everyone around the globe. And it's not expensive at all. It's $40 a month, which is really super cheap for insurance. Number 9, I'm not gonna go dig in my suitcases to get this. It would be nice, but I'll just put a picture instead. One thing that Oscar and I always bring during our travels is emergency ramen, because you never know when there won't be access to food or any food that you can eat or like. And just having 2 packets of ramen can really save the day if you're hungry or you're hangry, you just don't have the energy to go get something. Thank God for emergency ramen. Now, last but not least, item number 10 I cannot travel without is my Hydro Flask. I don't leave the house without this. I don't do anything without my water bottle, just because it's so great. Now this works with really any metal water bottle, I guess. It doesn't have to be a Hydro Flask. I just like this one because it's 1 liter, very big, very easy to make sure you drink. You know, if you have 3 of these a day, you're good. And what I love, because it's metal, is that it holds temperatures consistent the entire day. So if I put in cold water here, even if I'm in Southeast Asia or somewhere that's super hot, I always have cold water to drink. And not only that, but having this with me instead of having to go buy water in stores, I find makes me drink a lot more and makes it much easier to stay hydrated, because you're carrying it in your hand like this and you're just constantly reminded to drink, drink, drink. So those are the 10 things I cannot travel without. I'm sure I'm gonna think of more things as I start traveling more. I'd love to hear what your guys' travel essentials are. If there's anything we have in common, any of the same products you use, or anything else, I'd love to hear it. I'm leaving links to everything I mentioned, well, apart from cash, in the description below, so you can check it out if you want. As I said, some of them are affiliate links, so I will receive a small commission if you buy anything, but absolutely no pressure to do it. I hope you guys found this video helpful in some way. I hope maybe one of these products will end up really changing the way you travel. I'll be back next week with a new educational video and reveal the winner of my AirPod Pro giveaway. If you still want to enter, you can do so by checking out my last video about Jet Airways, and you'll find out how to enter the giveaway to win a pair of AirPods. But until I see you all for the next video, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and fly safe.